Michael Myers doesn't talk, seems to like tunnels, moves oddly, and wears a jumpsuit. Sound familiar?
Wait, stop. You're not bringing the theories to YouTube, are you?
Well...
Okay, I mean, simply put, Halloween is from 1978, Us is from 2019, they're entirely different movies.
Oh, I'm so smart, I know specific dates.
Okay.
First and foremost, the jumpsuits. I mean, Exhibit A.
Sure, Jordan Peele said he got inspiration from Halloween and...
Yeah, a lot of it. And then look at the way Michael and the Tethered move comparably. Almost moving kind of mechanically or oddly, and while the Tethered are doing that because they're mirrored to the people above, Michael still moves oddly, I would say. He doesn't run, and especially doesn't talk.
But some Tethered talk, and they do run sometimes.
Well, I think it's safe to assume Michael has to run sometimes off-screen just to get places. Okay, but I think in this case, it's a stylistic directorial choice of having Michael run off-screen versus on-screen, such as Jordan Peele. That doesn't mean canonically he doesn't.
One of the Tethers crawls, one sprints.
Yeah, okay, sure. Michael doesn't run on screen and Us runs a little bit differently, but they both have inhuman moves that I would say, if you really dig deep, look kind of similar. And, like I'll explain in a second, if Michael doesn't have his mirror anymore, if you took him out as a kid, that could explain difference in movements. And he's been a non-tethered up above the world for so long.
Okay, sure, odd movements.
Okay, and get this, tunnels. There's tunnels in Us, and it's big and important.
Yeah.
In Halloween Resurrection, it's revealed there's a big catacomb-like tunnel system under the Myers home.
I see where you're going, but and?
The Halloween night, Michael comes upstairs, possibly from the basement, where he just was replaced by his tethered self, and kills Judith, and then never talks again. It could have been where he was replaced by his tethered self.
Okay.
Why else would he do that and randomly start just grunting? I mean,
a psychotic break, pure evil.
And the tunnel references don't stop there. Halloween ends. He lives in the sewers. There's a lot of sewer references across the entire franchise, almost like it's reminiscent of Home.
Okay.
Halloween 5, he falls down the mine shaft.
Tunnels just fit a horror movie. Every horror movie has enclosed spaces.
Okay, really? I mean, that many in the whole series. And, okay, have you seen the way he's credited in the first movie and some of the others? In Halloween, why does The Shape have its own credited name?
I mean, that's because there's different actors.
I don't know, why is it not Michael in Mask or Michael at XH in a mask? I mean, look at it. Ghostface isn't its own entity. It is Billy and Stu dressed up as Ghostface, but The Shape?
It goes back to Michael in Halloween 2.
And then back again in later movies, almost like they were considering retconning Michael being a different entity, and then they thought, well, maybe he is tethered.
Calling Michael The Shape doesn't mean that he's a tethered.
But to me, at least, it really does show that he's possibly another entity existing besides the original Michael.
Debatable.
This one, take a trip with me down a rabbit hole. Literally, in Halloween, there's the Rabbit in Red matchbook.
The nurse uses it too, I think.
And then Loomis uses it to track Michael. In the 2007 Rob Zombie remake, it's also featured more specifically with the Rabbit in Red lounge. But say it's just the Rabbit in Red matchbook that Loomis uses, the symbolism that compares it to Us with the rabbit eating underground and the red jumpsuit's Rabbit in Red.
Okay, what?
I did say this one was a bit of a stretch, but you can't deny that there's some similarities, whether just symbolism or a Rabbit in Red company or something that's intertwining the universes.
Maybe. Okay, if Michael is a tethered, he's human now. How does he have the superhuman strength and survivability?
This is interesting. Well, the tethered are technically from human counterparts. They've been referenced in interviews by being inhuman and having extra strength. Probably tied to the feralness of them living in the tunnels, and it gets a little bit paranormal how they live in the tunnels that long with kind of like the bare necessities. They really had to strengthen up to survive.
Okay, but Michael was stabbed and shot. Okay.
Yeah, okay, maybe he's a little bit lucky with the stab and shot placement, but if he has like peak human durability, having been tested, and maybe a little bit of a paranormal thing, like the Us characters seem to have a little bit super durable, and maybe Michael goes a little bit beyond that in Halloween Kills, that mob scene, but he's still, it's possible. Well, and by Halloween Ends...
Okay, don't mention that movie in my present.
Michael is killable by Laurie Strode in kind of a human way, meaning he's somewhat similar by the end, whether it's a retcon or not, to human things.
Hold the hell on here. Adelaide Red was a child in 1986 when she went down to the funhouse mirrors. That scene.
Terrifying scene, by the way.
But then she's trapped from 1986 to 2019. How the hell does Michael fit in when he comes beforehand?
See, this is where it gets really good. If Michael Myers escaped his tethered way earlier than the others, he went out with no clear goal, which could explain the random killing. He's like untethered.
Well,
and while the tethered, once they come out, latch onto something, specifically their own selves, why does Michael pick Laurie Strode? Real quick fourth wall breaking sidebar here, why does Michael target Laurie? It's really interesting across the Halloween universes, whether it's random, which supports the Us theory more, or Bloodline, which also doesn't not support the other thing a little bit more. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Halloween 1, it's random. Michael sees Laurie outside the house, wrong time, wrong place, right? Halloween 2, they do officially retcon to Laurie is now Michael's sister that last a few movies, until the Blumhouse later movies where it is again random because they thought it'd be scarier. So by the end, whether throughout it's bloodline or sister, by the end movie it is officially random, which could be an untethered Michael, or if you go by the other movies, bloodline, he's trying to take out the bloodline because his tether is gone, okay?
I'll be honest with you, of all the conspiracies, I don't know if I buy this one. I think more so Jordan Peele was inspired.
I think it's entirely possible to arrive that Michael Myers has the qualifications to be a tethered, whether initially planned or not. He totally fits the theme, and even if Us is meant to show that Michael Myers is similar, that might be part of the theory.
But without canon confirmation that you'll never get that Halloween is a prequel to Us, it is all just fun fan theory.
If the mask fits.
The shoe.
What?
It's, you said if the mask fits, it's if the shoe fits.
Okay, sounding a bit like a conspiracy theorist, but
Okay.
wish he went up against Kevin McCallister in his house, because that.
Yeah, it'd be fun, but Michael's there to kill, and Kevin, the kid, wouldn't.
Also kill, because Kevin McCallister would probably kill him, because Kevin McCallister is Jigsaw from the Saw movies.
Okay.